This was me 10 years ago. I spent my senior class making my own self-produced video show. I shot over 100 hours of videotape. I need to know what's going on 10 years later. This documentary is an attempt to answer those questions, a chance to look back on those past years, and also a chance to reflect on the future. Enjoy.
I guess the objective of this film is kind of to take a look back where we came from and where we're going, and where we'll be 15 years from now, but kind of what we were thinking about 10 years ago and what's transpired, what's worthwhile in our life, what means a lot, what means a little, and how life has changed.
In 1985, I had a video show called the Underground Video Show. It was basically a labor of love. I took a microphone and I gave it to the class clown, put the microphone in their hands, and we went to football games, we went to events, anywhere where there are people like us, high school students. We put the microphone in their face and we asked them questions, honest questions, questions from the top of our heads. 10 years later, this video footage really gives you an idea of what goes on inside the heads of a typical high school student.
Sex, drugs,
Rock and
rock and roll.
It sucks. I'm telling you, it sucks.
Okay, it sucks. I guess that's general census is it. Everything sucks.
An A! I want an A! I want an A. I don't work like this to get a B. All right?
None of us come out here on a fucking...
Remember, this is not an AP class, all right?
Are you gonna pass me?
It was a complete heresy of Macbeth. You took a play from Shakespeare and just destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it.
It's Macbeth rock.
I can't understand where you're coming from.
Shakespearean rock.
Maybe it's your whole generation destroying things.
We basically were just there to have fun and to do an assignment for school. That was a point as well, but I was just doing it because I enjoyed it, and I think I stumbled upon something.
Miss Cudmore, remember we did this 10 years ago?
Hey,
And since Crippen and Houghton and Dazemont and everyone else couldn't be here, I got stuck with this job. Can you believe it's been 10 years since we graduated?
No, and I don't look a day older.
No. No, you look great. Miss us?
Of course. Of course. No class is like your class. Trust me.
Guys, we're here with Mr. Kaufman. If you remember Mr. Kaufman, beyond our freshman government class, he taught a whole bunch of other very interesting social studies classes at Weston High School.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you remember the class of 85?
Yes, I do.
Fond memories?
Oh, absolutely.
Was there any unique qualities to our class that you remember? Or was it just one of those classes that went through Weston High?
I thought that the class 85 is probably one of the more ebullient, enthusiastic classes that we've had go through the school system. And I'd say that's primarily positive.
Okay, just a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of fun.
I thought so.
I graduated what would be 9 years ago this year, so we're going for our 10th year anniversary. We were in the class of 1985. What were you guys doing in 1985?
Playing tennis. I was in second grade. Second grade. I was in third. Ball on the playground.
Okay, guys, question. What the heck were you guys doing in 1985?
I was 5 years old. I was in kindergarten. I was in kindergarten getting straight A's.
Makes you feel kind of old, doesn't it?
You weren't in kindergarten yet. Well, we were in first grade.
Okay, class of 97. That's about 12 years after us. Guys, do you even remember 1985?
It was the year before the Mets won the World Series.
There's a fan.
I don't remember 1985. I have no idea.
No.
Do you guys tell me about Weston today? Is it fun? Is it interesting?
It's so lame. There's not even 400 kids in our school.
We had 800 when we graduated. It's just
So there's no one around, and it's such a small town that if you don't have a lot of kids, it's not a lot of fun.
And there's a lot of drugs.
I just want to know if this town's a lot better than it is, because hopefully
Because we look back on yearbooks and it looks a lot more fun.
Yeah.
When I reflect upon my high school days, I can't help but pause and focus on the word D-A-Z-E. Because of this documentary, I've been forced to look back. I am stupefied by my high school experience. I don't really know how I feel 10 years later because I don't really know how I felt 10 years ago. I only know what is on video. I only know what I see. Who are you 10 years later? How have you changed all these days later, and how have the last 10 years changed you? What have you learned during the last decade? Where were you when the space shuttle blew up? Where were you when Kurt Cobain's head blew up? If given a chance, would you choose to relive the last 10 years? What about your high school years? Would you relive those?
difficult, very difficult.
Ask Ms. Cudmore a question.
Jeff Strip would like to ask a question.
I would like to ask you your fondest memory of the class of 1985.
Oh, heavens. I think it was the infamous class trip. Oh no, I take it back. Wait, I take it back. It wasn't the class trip. It was the class banquet.
Oh, the banquet.
The banquet. Remember the tattoos?
I don't remember the tattoos.
You don't remember the tattoos?
I think Jeff wears one of those tattoos.
We won't say where it is.
We won't say where it is.
Nick, what have you been doing for the last 10 years?
Oh, watching football games.
Really?
With you.
Okay, Nick, what has happened big in your life over the last 10 years?
Got married and going to have my first kid in May.
Say hello to some people.
Who are we speaking to?
You're speaking to your fellow classmates. Remember,
Hello, everybody.
About 10 years ago we did this, and Chris has contacted us.
You're still here, and you're still doing it.
I've done absolutely nothing in 10
And
years.
nothing's changed.
Yep, still an asshole. Anyway, Shag, what have you been up to last 10 years? Where are you living? What are you doing?
I live in the Bronx. I live on 185th Street. Just trying to survive, you know. Gunshots. I'm an officer of the law.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Jeff, what have you been up to the last couple of years? Ever since, I guess, 85.
Well, I've pretty much been hanging out with you for the last 10 years. Besides that, not a whole hell of a lot. Been local in terms of where I'm working, but I'm not going to go into any details right now. It's too shady.
Too shady, but Strippy, you went to Williams College, right? And
I forget, we're going way back.
Yeah, we're going way back. We haven't seen each other in 10 years.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, went to Williams College, and then after that, I kind of found myself back in this area.
Okay, question for you. What have you been doing the last 10 years? Some significant things that occurred in your life?
Significant things, just working. A lot of work. College and then work.
You went to Gettysburg, correct?
That's right. It's very good, Andrew.
Good memory. There was a battle there, wasn't there?
Yes, a long time ago.
Famous address there also.
Very long time ago.
407 years ago.
Lincoln.
Yeah, that.
Somebody like
yeah,
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Did it.
Anyways, you work in the city. What do you do?
I work for Polo doing marketing.
Polo.
Yeah.
You get free clothes? Okay, Jim, what are you doing with yourself now? What's happened over the last 10 years? You went to Vanderbilt, right?
Yep. Went to Vanderbilt, and now I own the Los Angeles Rams football team. And basically, it was a difficult buy because when I bought them, I spent $37 million on the team. The problem was now that I'm re-signing all the high-profile players, I dished out $150 million in salaries last year. So things are doing pretty well, though. I'm opening up my fifth submarine sandwich chain.
Excellent.
Out in LA, and having a good time.
Good. You keep in touch with a lot of people from our class?
Yeah, I've been dating Bo Derek for about 3 years now.
She wasn't in our class.
Oh, we're talking about, I'm sorry, our class. No, I've sort of lost touch with a lot of people, but doing the best I can, and it's always nice to get back out into the suburbs, breathe the fresh air, blue skies.
Jim Balbeers actually lives in New York City and works at Turner International.
I've been through a lot of changes during the last 10 years. I guess we all have. I might look the same, or maybe I don't. I can't really say, but I know that I don't think the same anymore. The last few years have really changed me. I've redefined myself. I've rearranged myself. In high school, I was kind of quiet, kind of shy. 10 years later, I'm married with 2 children. Sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't really recognize the reflection.
10 years ago. Come on. Yeah, Nick, 10 years ago to this day, what were you doing? You were in your senior year at Weston High School. What were you thinking?
Not much. 10 years ago, my truck was driven our float.
Your truck was on our float. We had what was that? It was a.
We got disqualified.
It was the Flintstones, right? And DeFazio was Fred, and Ross Daysmont was Barney, and Aileen Lamarco was Betty, and Becky Williams was Wilma, right? Right? Yeah, we got it. Good memory there. And Kelly McCaffrey was holding the speakers.
Nick, wait. Nick drove the car. Nick. Okay, what's your opinion on the float?
I think that Mr. Bowditch does not know how to judge floats. Because our float, me and Rick here, spent an hour and 45 minutes driving that float up there to this school.
And we lost it.
And we lost it. He almost got killed. It almost fell off the back of the trailer. I don't have any more words to say about this matter.
Aileen, come here.
What?
What's your opinion on the float and the whole grading system?
I think we should have won.
We're going to talk to Peter Crippen and Peter Houghton on the crisis of the float situation. Crisis float 84.
Well, Pete and I had last night. We went out and did a little criminal mischief, and what was that? Criminal trespassing.
Criminal mischief, assault with a battery.
So our float did not come in fourth place. Really, what happened is that we were disqualified for Peter's and mine action. So the reason we did come in fourth, and we were not beaten by a box. We're just disqualified.
Okay, you got it. We're disqualified. We weren't beat by this hunk of junk. That's it. We're disqualified, but we're proud of it.
I think I pretty much captured with my video camera back then the epitome of the high school experience.
Man among men. Man among women. Women among men.
Maura, you were in the show before. You were in Guys and Dolls. You were in the rehearsals. You were having a great time. Why'd you stop?
Well, it came down to picking between going to see a Prince concert and staying a cheerleader or being in the show. And I've been in a lot of shows, but I've never seen Prince before, so.
So you think Prince has a little more power than the Guys and Dolls?
Prince is pretty magnetic.
Was the concert good?
Awesome.
Awesome concert.
Reefer robber came in the middle of the night and stole a lot of my pot. Well, I don't know. Where did you get all these fabulous pins? I love girls, certified sex fiend, sex instructor. They've from gifts from various girls because I am so
Good in bed.
I'm so good in bed that one girl gave me a sex instructor button as a joke, but
That's fine. Oh, he was so good.
Stop right here. We're doing an interview. We're taking the sober people coming in, and then we're going to check them out when they're leaving.
All right. Get the interview.
All right, what time is it that you arrived here?
5 after 2. 5 after 2.
Okay, Chris and Jeff, since when have you been here? What time?
Oh, about
very early this morning.
Morning. Yeah.
That's great. Were there a lot of people here?
No, it was just like a couple
Just lost
people.
in lots of beers.
Yeah.
Terry Quinn, one of the charter members of the Skip Day organization. Terry, how is the Skip Day going so far?
Excellent.
It sucks. Basically, it sucks. You better start drinking and start getting.
I come grey-milking panic calls. Anon. Anon. Anon! You don't say Anon! A fucking Anon!
Yeah, you didn't say it loud enough. You're like, Anon.
It's a fucking nun, man, and a priest!
Okay,
Start drumming.
A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus does go about, and thrice in thine, and thrice in mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charm's wound up.
Does he say anything, or do I just start off?
No, she's dead.
Okay.
He said his line.
Don't mind her. She always faints at the sight of blood. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it.
Oh my. We got the mosquitoes.
What?
Debbie Jackman, someone with a lot of spirit. Debbie, tell me, Debbie. Spirit week mean to you?
It means good time. It means being cool and being obnoxious with Katie Baker and running around and just having a great time and whatever.
All right, that's
you feel
great.
like.
And do you think the senior class is going to win Battle of the Walls? this
I
year?
think the senior class is awesome this year. It's spirited, and we're definitely going to win. We're going to win the float, and it's all up because me and Katie Baker are awesome.
Okay. And
My 4-year-old daughter has a room full of dolls. Everywhere you look, plastic faces staring back. Sometimes when I look at them, I'm reminded of all the girls in high school who never talked to me. All the beautiful girls who never gave me the time of day. But hey, I can't be bitter, 'cause I never talked to them either. In high school, I was kinda shy, but I changed. People change, but plastic doesn't change. Plastic always stays the same.
Just lower it a little. It's important to have a hole in the background. But
You're in the hole?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good.
I don't know if I would have been 10 years
Wait, what are you
ago.
going to ask me before you ask us? I'll ask you
What it's like to be a senior, you know, and God, could you even conceive what you're going to be like 10 years?
I can tell you just exactly what I'm going to be like.
All right, now.
I'm going to be Supreme Court Justice.
Oh, God.
Or is it even
hopefully-
important?
No, hopefully working with NASA.
10 years from now, I'm taking my daddy's company international. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of language courses, and also I've been very active in my homecoming, like the whole homecoming experience at Weston High School. And I figure, you know, just kind of like being in charge helps me for future. Everyone's different in our class. I mean, everyone has their like own unique personality, and our class is a really good class, and I love it.
I'm living one day at a time, but also living it for the future.
All right, if Caroline
Kind of doing things to help me in the future. So she's going to be building the next great building, I guess. She's going to be an architect.
And is she right?
Yeah, I want to be an architect in 10 years from now, I hope. Hopefully
Great.
a really good one.
Well, here I am, 10 years later, a grown-up with a video camera. My career goals are still the same. I'm still traveling down the same avenues in that respect, but I've changed greatly as an individual during the last 10 years. Since 1985, I've seen college and I've heard about cocaine. I've dealt with death and I've witnessed birth. I've seen marriage and I've been touched by divorce. I'm 20-something now, and in 10 years, I'll be 30-something.
Speak if you can. What are you?
Stop. Or stop. Okay, stop.
Whoa!
this is me in high school. And there I go. Later.